Chances are you have fond memories of your childhood bedroom. Maybe it was a place where you felt safe and comfortable or inspired by posters of your favorite sports stars. Today on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see a boy's bedroom get a makeover that's sure to help him reach for the stars. For this young swimmer, lapping up every minute he can in the pool is pure joy.
I love swimming and I like being in the pool. It's just my favorite thing to do. I like the outdoors.
His coach thinks his passion for the sport could help him make a big splash down the road.
Yep.
He seems to be pretty excited about it, and I think that can go a long way, especially for a boy that young. He's got the lanky arms that Michael Phelps does, and he's got that back that probably Michael had when he was that age. And you know, if he keeps on working on that butterfly that he has, he could go really, really far with it.
When it was time to give this action-packed 9-year-old a new room, his most treasured possessions became the blueprint.
One of my favorite things in my room is Big Blue Bear. He's a stuffed animal right next to me.
Why do you like him so much?
Because I've had him since I was 1, and I've just slept with him every night.
Yeah, and he's blue, right?
Yes. My other favorite thing is this. This is a signed photo of Michael Phelps, and my aunt and my uncle gave it to me. Judy and Bubby. When I grow up, I would like to go to the Olympics like Michael Phelps.
The design plan was to turn this former nursery into a space that would inspire his dreams of becoming an Olympic swimmer.
My room, it does not look good. It has carrots on the wall, like carrots mixed in with pink, and the carpet is stained.
In addition to fresh paint and flooring, Lucas is looking forward to a new loft that will provide fun spaces for storage and sleep.
It's going to be cool because it has, I think it's going to have 3 stories. One at the bottom, which is like, I think it's going to be a cave, and then one in the middle where I'm going to sleep, and then one on the top.
Once the wallpaper was removed and replaced with pale blue paint, it was time for the old carpet to go. But unfortunately, a flaw in the middle of the new carpet means this piece has to be sent back.
We do get defects periodically, and it's just from the mill where they actually missed probably one of the weaves in the carpet there where the loom missed a spot, and it leaves a dark line right through here, and it goes all the way across the whole width of the carpet. Something with a pattern like this you might see a little bit more often because it's a little bit more of a, I guess, a little bit more of a challenge to make it as far as a plush or a solid color piece of carpet.
The reorder will take a couple of weeks, so the team moves on to other projects. Master seamstress Brenda Johnson has designed Roman shades that will ensure a good night's sleep after long days of swim practice.
Oh yeah, there's blackout on these, so they'll cut out most of the light.
The light-blocking shades are topped off with a cornice in another fun fabric.
What this does is adds that finished top, kind of frames the window, but it also, if you wanted to raise this up all the way, it's a place for hiding the top of the Romans also.
Next up is a small play nook with a magnetic wall that will be perfect for displaying creative projects. Artist Lara Lee has applied a neutral colored wash to the rest of the walls, which will serve as a backdrop for some primitive paintings.
I love when homeowners have fun ideas that I can really research, and they had this space they wanted to turn into a little cave, and so it's just fun even researching it and learning about caves in Europe.
She gets a little helping hand with her design.
And I saw these pictures of handprints on a wall, but they were made with some sort of prehistoric airbrush, and they sprayed it, and actually I read about it, and it said that the artist probably put the paint in their mouth and blew it on there. Do you think I should try that? No. Prehistoric fingerprinting.
Here, let me just...
We'll do one more right next to it. Yeah. Good? Yeah. Good.
And that one's actually attached.
The replacement carpet arrives just a few days later, and the install goes off without a hitch this time. The repeating circles add a whimsical look to the space, which is now ready for the custom loft. Carpenter Glenn Chastain has spent several weeks cutting and smoothing the solid wood walls and supports in his workshop. Now it's time to put it all together.
Just keep tight to my piece because you're going to set my height from it. Right there.
He assembles the loft piece by piece, testing the strength every step of the way. A trapdoor opens up to the top level with tall railings all the way around. Metal inserts spaced closely together will add an extra layer of safety. Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate, we shop for deals that will add some vintage charm to our bedroom.
It's marked at $175, so I don't know if we can do any better than that.
I probably can sell it to you for $125.
Okay, so $125 for the desk.
And bring the whole look together with a little DIY project.
Whenever you can, it's a good idea to bring samples of different fabrics or carpets or even paint colors that you're using in the room. So if you find something, you can see if it all works together. We have the striped option, which goes nicely with all the colors in the carpeting. And the other one, I think this is the one I'm gonna like. Kind of a geometric squared off patterns, a little subtler. I think this is our winner. So let's head back to the workshop and see what we can do. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hart from Ready, Set, Renovate, here today with my good friend Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates. Tat, you're always bringing us great information, but today you have great deals.
We do. We have a great deal today. Thanks to one of our manufacturers, they're giving us a tremendous upgrade opportunity for everyone who moves forward with a window project and moves forward with an energy efficient glass pack. They're going to upgrade it at no additional charge with a free sound and security glass pack. So it's a tremendous value. If we call now, we can still have time to get it installed for this season.
Hey everybody, we're here this morning with Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates. Good morning, Tat.
Morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks you so much for having me.
Well, we have a faulty door that you're going to show us how you can make better, more energy efficient, work better, function better, and have a longer life.
Yeah, this family moved in about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it seems like when they moved in, this door was just changed out. There was a problem with water coming in.
Okay.
And there was the door started a little bit of deterioration. So they wanted to replace it just as they moved in. And now here we are 4 years later, and they're experiencing the exact same problem.
Okay, so there's some kind of issue back here that has to be resolved.
Yeah, there's definitely the way the water can come in off the roof right above the door could cause a bit of a problem, and how the water, the rains that we get in Florida can address the door. It's a problem. So there's definitely a problem with the frame, the threshold, and the type of door that was installed.
Okay, so what's going to happen with this door? This one's going away.
We're removing that entire door. We're going to remove the frame, the threshold, examine the opening, replace any rotten or damaged lumber, which obviously there will be with all the water that came in. Put in new frame, new threshold, and a new door. And the door the family selected is from Custom Window Systems, and it's going to carry a lifetime warranty against any fading, discoloring, any water infiltration, or any damage to the door. So if anything were to happen in the future, they're fully guaranteed for as long as they live in the home.
And in addition to that, there's going to be some added security with this because of the type of glass that goes in the door that is going to replace this one.
Yeah, this family selected, they have young children, and they wanted something, this being the rear of the home, they wanted something also that would protect them from security. So they're going to go with like a security type glass, which has a vinyl inner layer in between the glass, so that no one can break in. It'll add that additional layer of security, especially to the back of the home.
Hey guys, we're here with Dan Abel today, owner of Kinetico Water Systems. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So you install a lot of water systems in the Jacksonville area, and there are a lot of benefits to having this in your home.
Yeah, and so there's two types that we put in. We put in the working water system, or the softener for the whole house that softens the water. In this particular house, they have a dechlorinator in it as well.
Better for your pipes, first of all.
Better for your pipes, for your water heater, especially for the water coming out of tap, this white, the buildup that you see, stuff like that. So that comes out of what we call the working water, okay? Then we have another section here, which is, I'll take it from you, the reverse osmosis.
Nice.
So you don't have to say it, yeah. So reverse osmosis, what that's gonna do is that's gonna take care of all the water that goes in us. It's purified water. So this takes it and makes it healthier, the tap water makes it healthier for the home. this water here makes it healthier for what goes in us in the drinking water.
And
so this takes everything out.
It's really good. I've sampled it. It tastes good. So this particular homeowner has a specific concern, and that's why she had this installed.
She does, and so she has what's called psoriasis, and so it gets exacerbated when you have hard water or chlorine in the water, which is what we get because it's where we live. Where we live, it's what we have is hard water. So what comes out of this tap after our filter is soft water and no chlorine in the water, two things that are going to hurt her body. It doesn't take it away, of course, but it helps it so it doesn't get so nasty for her.
We've had our Kinetico system for around 12 years. It makes a significant difference with our hair and skin, with showering and bathing, and with laundry, clothes, appliances, really the whole home, and then water tastes amazing. And we're in Florida and we drink a lot of it.
I'd say you have a happy customer there.
Yeah, and that's our goal. Every time we go out, that's our goal.
All right.
Happy customers.
Thanks so much, Dan Abel from Kinetico Water Systems. Kicking the soccer ball around with friends is a fun pastime for 9-year-old Lucas, but his passion is in the pool. Joy McGinty was his very first swim teacher.
He learned when he was just under 1, and it was probably before he was walking. We taught him survival skills to swim and roll on his back if he fell into the water, so he could float and breathe and survive. Once he learned that, he learned to swim, float, swim, and then he went on to stroke classes when he got to be 2 or 3 years old. He was a doll. He's loved the water since he was very, very young.
So when his bedroom was due for a big makeover, he requested a color scheme that would remind him of his favorite places.
I would like my room to be like blue because I love the ocean, I love the pool, they're all blue.
The first step was to get rid of the graphic wallpaper and stained carpet and replace them with water-inspired hues. While the carpentry team puts the finishing touches on a custom loft, we head out to find a desk and chair that will add some old-school charm. We don't want any white wicker. I don't want that. As we search through rows and rows of furniture at A&T Antiques' 20,000 square foot showroom, we see several contenders. But it takes a while to find one that fits our space and budget. Okay, this one's too big. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, it has that cool flip top. This is pine on the inside. Looks like oak on the outside. So let's see the price. Davenport desk, $525. Not in the budget today. Let's keep looking. We only have about 35 inches for the desk, so this one's coming in around 44. That's not gonna work, too big. All right, the hunt continues. This one has possibility. Oh, look how cute. And it's about the right size. I definitely think it's gonna fit into our 35-inch space. Greg Toller of A&T Antiques finds us debating over the desk and gives us some background on this oldie but goodie. How old is this?
It probably is around 1930s. It's a school desk. This is poplar.
Poplar?
It's in the family of pine and sort of a softwood, not like oak or walnut, but very good.
After a bit of history comes the math. It's marked at $175, so I don't know if we can do any better than that.
I probably can sell it to you for $125.
Okay, so $125 for the desk. Okay, the only thing is I need a chair to go with this. So do you think we can find something for not too much money?
I'm sure we can.
All right, well, let's go take a look.
Right. Okay.
Greg and I head upstairs, searching through chairs of all ages. This looks pretty old.
It is very old. It's probably 1850s, sort of a Hitchcock chair.
My concern with this one would be, it is a boy we're dealing with here. So with tons of styles to choose from, we focus in on one that will work well with the desk. This one has potential. This is about the same wood color as the desk.
It actually is. That is a ball and stick chair, and it's not quite as old as the Hitchcock. It's probably from the 1920s, so not too far from the desk.
I'm afraid to ask because now I'm getting attached to this. How much for this one?
It was marked $125. If you were to buy the desk and the chair, I would take $85 for the chair.
For the chair,
yes.
And $125 for the desk?
Yes.
Well, let me see what I have here. In my pocket, I have 20, 40. This is all I'm allowed to spend today.
Okay.
60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Let me check the other pocket. Do you think this is gonna work?
I think it might.
Let me see what's in the other pocket.
You're getting close.
I have $3 and a rock.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Deal done.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right behind the warehouse is the workshop. Here, owner and master craftsman Doug Toller lends his expertise.
Okay, the simplest thing to do is probably start with steel wool. It won't get all the scratches and things out, but it will cut the sheen.
Doug says this is something anyone can do at home with steel wool sold at hardware stores for just a few dollars.
And this is a great way if you're having a bad day and you need to get a little aggression out. Take out the steel wool.
Once we have the desk spruced up, we tackle the chair. We're using leftover fabric from another project in the room to pull everything together. Apparently, we weren't the first ones to give this nearly 100-year-old chair a makeover.
This chair was originally caned, and you can see the holes around here, and even some cane that was left in the holes.
The previous owner used a plywood insert instead of recaning the seat. Once that's been removed, we decide to cover over the existing fabric since it's clean and in good condition. We measure, cut, and use a staple gun to secure the new fabric. All that's left is to put the newly covered seat back on.
Wow. And we spent all of, what, 6 minutes on
something like that, yeah, very quick.
It looks great. So this is going to look fantastic in our boys' bedroom.
Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate, it's time for fun and games in the Play Nook.
All right, Glenn, let's get this thing in here. It's not that heavy. So what do you say? Let's give it a trial
Let's
run,
do it.
right?
All
okay.
right.
All right, X's go first.
X's go first. Okay. I'll start in the middle.
Are you a good tic-tac-toe player?
That's yet to be seen.
Spring is in full bloom at Belk. Head on over to our Easter sale. Save with special coupons and earn Belk Bucks. Celebrate the season in modern Southern style and shop even more at belk.com.
When is a Florida lottery ticket more than a ticket? When it's the anticipation of the unknown. When it's the excitement of sharing with those closest to you. When it's a chance to dream about what the future might hold. And when it's the fulfillment of the promise of a brighter future. Because when you play the Florida Lottery, it's not just the ticket that can make you rich.
Innovation for less than you might expect. 1.9% APR for 60 months. Claude Nolan Cadillac, beyond expectations.
Miriam's Basket needs donations of new clothing and underwear to help children in crisis. Go to the Positively Jax page of newsforjax.com to find out how you can help.
Spring is in full bloom at Belk. Head on over to our Easter sale. Save with special coupons and earn Belk Bucks. Celebrate the season in modern Southern style and shop even more at belk.com.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hart from Ready, Set, Renovate, here today with my good friend Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates. Tat, you're always bringing us great information, but today you have great deals.
We do. We have a great deal today. Thanks to one of our manufacturers, they're giving us a tremendous upgrade opportunity for everyone who moves forward with a window project and moves forward with an energy-efficient glass pack. They're going to upgrade it at no additional charge with a free sound and security glass pack. So it's a tremendous value. If we call now, we can still have time to get it installed for this season.
Our messy but adorable mural project is complete in the Play Nook, and it's time to add a winning touch.
All right, Glenn, let's get this thing in here. It's not that heavy.
No, it's not too bad.
I mean,
It's a tight space.
I don't want to carry it up a mountain, but it's not that heavy.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go through this hole out there, and then we're going to bring it back to us. So once we get it back, I'm just going to have you hold this while I go get the frame.
Now, where's the frame?
It's back down. Yeah, it's close. It's out in the truck. Yeah.
Glenn makes it back with the last piece and applies a strong adhesive to both the grid and the frame.
Matches.
Ready? Should I go?
Okay, go ahead. You're pretty close right there. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna check our reveals all the way around the window.
And places clamps all around.
We were able to actually put a grid and still allow the natural light to come through and and the supervision for the kids because they can still be heard. They're not in an enclosed closet. What we did is we took the measurements for the arches and everything, and we made it out of MDF, which is a medium density fiber board actually, so that we could actually create the arches and the trim and everything be uniform. The nice thing about MDF is it stays straight. The grid I actually made out of a pine, just to make it a little bit more solid for the kids and the wear and tear. The casings are all the MDF. And so then for the arches, we used a bending plywood, and we glued that up on a form and let it sit for 4 hours, and then put it all together.
The clamps stay put for a few hours to make sure the pieces are solidly in place. But once everything is dry, it's time for our final challenge.
So what do you say? Let's give it a trial
Let's
run,
do it.
right?
All
okay.
right.
All right, X's go first.
X's go first. Okay. I'll start in the middle.
Are you a good tic-tac-toe player?
That's yet to be seen.
Okay, that's a solid move. I'll give you credit on that one. Let's see, I guess I better block you there.
Yeah.
Okay, and block you there. And whoever builds the tic-tac-toe board wins the game.
There we go. Look at that. All right.
Awesome job, Glenn.
Thank you.
Love it. These
Yep.
kids are going to have a great time up here.
Yes, they will. Awesome.
Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate.
So cool up here. I know. You don't think rock, paper, scissors? Sure.
Lucas, your room is finally done. What do you think?
I think it looks cool. I got everything I wanted. I got the blue walls. I got the loft with the cave at the man cave.
You got a man cave? That's cool.
I think it's time to retire my dad's suit.
Not to worry, our expert stylist will bring you up to date.
There he is. Here I am.
Now at Men's Warehouse, take 60% off select suits, plus all wrinkle-free dress shirts are 3 for $99.
You're gonna like the way you look in a great fitting suit.
Get 5 bags of Swanee Cypress mulch for just $10 at your nearby Ace. The Easter lilies and hydrangeas have arrived. Ace brand garden hose just $9.99 after instant savings. And Spectracide Fire Ant Killer now just $2.99 at your nearby Ace.
Tonight, get Longhorn's bone-in, bold flavor. The outlaw ribeye, the pork porterhouse, or the grilled lamb chops. The feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
I think it's time to retire my dad's suit.
Not to worry, our expert stylist will bring you up to date.
There he is. Here I am.
Now at Men's Warehouse, take 60% off select suits, plus all wrinkle-free dress shirts are 3 for $99.
You're gonna like the way you look in a great fitting suit.
9-year-old Lucas loves all things active, but there's one he loves above all else.
I love swimming and I like being in the pool. It's just my favorite thing to do.
He started with survival swimming when he was just 5 months old and has been going strong ever since. His coach thinks his passion might turn into something more.
Well, he definitely has the body type for it, and he's got a really good feel for water.
So do you think it's possible that he could be an Olympic athlete?
Anything's possible if he puts his mind to it.
One thing he didn't have to spend a minute thinking about was what color he wanted his new room to be.
I love blue. I love blue. It's my favorite color. Blue, 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 blue.
With his favorite color making appearances on the walls, carpet, and window treatments, artist Lara Lee will give the custom loft a light color wash with more blue undertones that will help balance out the mix of furniture.
We are matching old and new furniture to make them all agree with each other. This is an antique piece and it's shabby chic. We want it to talk to this piece and come up with something, color not so bright white. When it's too matchy-matchy, then everything looks sort of phony. So when you're mixing different styles, slightly different periods, then you just want them to go together, not be exactly the same. This will be a wash over it that'll take out the bulk of the color, but it'll leave a little of the feeling that it's wood, a little of the feeling of the grain, and then sanding off edges will just give it more of a touch that it's been used and loved over the years.
Laura also has a special treat planned for the ceiling of the sleeping level.
Well, we want to do something fun up there because when you're laying in this little cave, it would be nice to look up and see the sky or something fun. We have to decide, but that's what we're thinking for now is the sky and make it a little dreamy for bedtime.
After 2 months, the renovation team has pulled out all the stops and it's go time.
This is so cool up here. I know. You want to play rock, paper, scissors? Sure.
The rectangular cushions on the top level provide a comfy spot for play, as well as extra space for sleepovers. The soft comforter and big pillows create an inviting retreat, even for someone who might not be a fan of bedtime. The lower level of the loft is perfect for playing hide and seek and creating forts with beanbags and blankets. The loft stairs were cleverly designed to provide needed storage for clothes and toys. The autograph photo of Michael Phelps hangs proudly above the antique desk and chair, which ended up getting sanded back down to the raw wood. A vintage bookcase houses plenty of reading material and souvenirs from family vacations. And a repurposed canoe is filled with framed artwork from school.
I think it looks cool. I got everything I wanted. I got the blue walls. I got the loft with the cave at the man cave.
You got a man cave? That's cool. Do you like it down there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, what are you doing there?
Me and my friends have sleepovers down there.
It's like the sign says, life is a beautiful ride. So what you're saying is you love this room?
Yes, I love this room and I love you too, Mom.
I love you too, Kitty. Coming up next week on Ready, Set, Renovate. We were just in this room a couple hours ago and it was completely bare. It has been transformed. It's gorgeous.
Yes, well, thank you.
What all did you do in here?
Well, our vision for this room was to really accentuate this fireplace because, like we said, it was it's a historical piece and they renovated it and they just made everything look so beautiful. So we want that to be the focal point. And they also want to make it cozy. You can see it will allow a lot of people in this room. This is a really big room.
Hey, we're here again today with Tat Granata from Florida Home Improvement Associates, and this is kind of an interesting job you're doing here, Tat.
Yeah, today it's a little bit different. We have a little bit more work than normal.
How did these people reach out to you and find you and know that you were the right person to do this work in their home?
They were able to find us through one of our relationships with the wholesale club. It's been a great service that the wholesale clubs provide because it's difficult to find a reliable contractor. This family chose a door that's extremely strong. It's going to protect from any type of storm. But one of the things that's not often thought about from a family perspective is everyone wants to protect from impact, flying debris, hitting it at impact. But what we don't think about as common is the wind pressures, positive and negative pressures pushing and pulling on that glass, which is thousands and thousands times per hour. So we wanted to make sure that this whole entire opening was able to accept that energy that gets dispersed. So we put in a really strong door. We want to make sure that the opening that it's going into is as strong as the door. So when the energy gets dispersed, it all works in concert together, and it's the most important part of the installation.
You actually had to custom fit some new framing for this. So you're taking pieces of wood like this, and your team is going to frame this in all the way around.
Correct, and it's a very vital part, and there's no additional charge to the homeowner. It's not like something we removed and said, oh, by the way, now we have to rebuild the opening. Here's how much it's going to cost. Everything's included in the installation, so when we come into something like this where we recognize we really have to strengthen the opening, there's no additional charge to the homeowner.
So the key is really you're doing the job from beginning to end, whatever that entails.
Whatever it entails, and the most important part is to get it done right.
This is some pretty intense plastic work here.
And it's funny you mention it because it's one of the things that we hear most when we stop at a job site. One of the biggest compliments we get is how clean and conscientious our crews were to make sure the family's not living through a construction site, not only the day we're here, but for several weeks after. So we really do our best to make sure that area is contained as best as we can.
Are you tired of stinky water? Iron stains, hard water, or the nasty tasting chlorine in your water? Don't live with those annoying water problems any longer. Call now and take advantage of this limited time introductory offer. Try any Kinetico non-electric water system for only $9.95 per month. 800-633-7114. or cgcwater.com.